I'd like to welcome Minister Hayes to the House, and the question really is in relation to the issue of the appointment of an ambassador from the United States to Ireland, and the fact that since coming into office for his second term, President Obama hasn't as yet appointed an ambassador to this country, which leaves the longest gap of an ambassador not being in Ireland since 1927. And I suppose the amazing fact about it is of the countries in the world and the places where ambassadors are appointed by the United States of America, there are only 14 countries where they have not appointed an ambassador to date. These are the Arctic Council, Belarus, Bolivia, Costa Rica, Egypt, Eritrea, France, Guatemala, Romania, Russia, Sudan, Syria, and Venezuela. Some of those, I suppose you could say, are not the most glamorous of locations and possibly quite dangerous, and there's political issues between the United States and some of those countries which might explain why an ambassador has not been appointed. But when it comes to Ireland, I think it's somewhat disappointing for us that a country which we hold in high esteem, that we have so many citizens living and working in, so many people of Irish heritage in, that we see it drifting into year 3 where there is no ambassador. And obviously previous ambassadors have played a huge role in the Northern Ireland peace process, particularly Ambassador Jean Kennedy-Smith, and we see a situation in the north where the Haas talks broke down, and the engagement of the United States is critically important, as that delegation were, in terms of engaging both communities, but also having an ambassador on this side of the border would also be critical to assist in ensuring successful future talks. So from that point of view, Minister, I'd ask what the government are doing and the issue being raised at governmental and departmental level to ensure that at some stage before next St. Patrick's Day, please God, there will be an ambassador appointed from the United States of America. Thank you.
Antara?
Here, on behalf of the Taoiseach and the Minister for Foreign Affairs and Trade, the Taoiseach, Eamon Gilmore, I welcome the opportunity to update this House on the issue of the appointment of a US ambassador to Ireland, and I thank the Senator for raising the matter. Ambassador Dan Rooney completed his mission as US ambassador to Ireland on the 14th of December 2012. Pending the nomination of his successor, the Deputy Head of Mission at the US Embassy is acting in the capacity of Chargé d'Affaires ad interim. He and his colleagues at the Embassy are in frequent contact with the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade on a broad range of issues of mutual concern. While the appointment of a new ambassador is a matter for the sending state to initiate, and we are conscious that the process for ambassadorial nomination and appointment is rigorous and lengthy, the Taoiseach is very keen to see that process concluded as soon as possible, and to welcoming and working with the new US ambassador to Ireland at the earliest possible opportunity. It's a matter to which the government attaches considerable importance, as the Senator said, and the Taoiseach raised the issue with President Obama in their discussions during his St. Patrick's Day visit to Washington, D.C. Last month. I know members of this House would agree with me that it's only fitting that there be a resident US ambassador to Ireland to reflect the extraordinary strength and depth of the relationship that exists between our two countries. That relationship is evident in so many ways. For example, the US is home to our largest and most powerful diaspora of approximately 36 million people. It's our most important source of foreign direct investment and one of our top sources of investment, trade and tourists, and it remains an indispensable partner in the Northern Ireland peace process. We will continue to work on the further development of all aspects of our bilateral relationship with the United States. In conclusions, I wish to assure the Senator and the House that the government is in continuing contact with the US authorities in relation to the appointment of a new US ambassador, and we expect that a nomination will be forthcoming in the near future.